Good morning. Thank you all for tuning in to our breaking news story this morning. Tammy Arlington, good evening to you. Shamar, good evening to you. Love you guys big time. About less than an hour ago, a federal grand jury has handed down four indictments against four former Minneapolis police officers involved in the death of George Floyd. The officers are being accused of willfully violating the black man's constitutional rights as he was restrained face down on the pavement and begging for air. Chauvin also was handed a second indictment for the 2017 incident. We talked about that several times, and we often wondered why they didn't bring it up in the courtroom. I have my theories as to why they didn't bring it up. One of them is that it might have interfered with what uh, was at stake with the case, and they have decided, well, let's do this first, and then we'll come back and we'll charge him for that incident. This incident again happened back in 2017 when Chauvin put his knee on the neck of a 14-year-old black teen. To be honest with you, he should have been dealt with then, right then and there. And so, but nevertheless, he is uh, being charged with it now. The indictment also alleges that other officers stood around and didn't do anything to try to intervene and get Chauvin to get his knee off of George Floyd's neck. A. Powers, good morning to you as well. I see Charlene Kelly, good evening to you. Andrea, good evening to you. And Felicia P. Love you big time. So that's the breaking news story this morning. All four officers have now been handed down their federal indictments. And again, Chauvin was handed a second indictment for his incident back in 2017 when he put his knee on the neck of a black teenager. I think it was in response to a domestic call. So, nevertheless, this just shows that Chauvin has a pattern of doing this. And I promise you, if we look further, if they wanted to look further, they'll find several other times when he did the exact same thing and nothing was done about it. So, my personal opinion, we cannot just sit and let Chauvin bite the bullet by himself on these incidents. The powers that be who did not hold him accountable, we must deal with them as well. We will never get police accountability until we get to those who have authority over the police officers and can execute punishment because of an officer's action. So when they don't do that, then they also become part of the problem in this country. And as Michelle Obama said, she was glad the verdicts came down guilty, but we still have a long ways to go in this country. No if, ands, or buts about that. Um, One thing I thought about this morning, and this was before the indictments came down, I was just thinking about the case. And it's really an insult when Chauvin says, I want all three guilty verdicts thrown out. Not one, not two, all three. Now, we're not going to go into why he's alleging they should be thrown out. Right now, to me, that's irrelevant. Here's what really bothers me about that. He is saying, I didn't do anything wrong. I did nothing wrong. And I don't give a damn about him being dead. I did nothing wrong. I did America a favor. I got rid of that nigga. That's what he's saying. That's an insult to the family. That's an insult to justice. That's an insult to George Floyd. When you say all of them thrown out and I want a new trial. By law, he's entitled to if they decide to give him one. But again, all he's telling us is, I did nothing wrong. And in his eyes, he didn't do anything wrong. He didn't. Will he be granted a new trial? Strong possibility he will. Strong possibility. And if that happens, then I'm sure they're going to ask for an appeal bond so he can remain free. And if granted, uh, he could drag this thing on out for years if he wanted to, while he remains a free man. Shamira TV, thank you so much. I love you big time. Hey, chocolate drop. Ooh. So that's it, and we're gonna get ready to get out of here. But again, all officers involved in the arrest and death of George Floyd were handed down their federal indictments today. Chauvin is also charged with violating Floyd's rights to be free from unreasonable seizure and unreasonable force by a police officer. Other officers also charged with violating Floyd's rights to be free from unreasonable seizure, alleging they did not intervene to stop Chauvin as he kneeled on Floyd's neck. I totally agree with that. I totally agree with that. But however, Chauvin must face the most severe punishment. Every time I think about a 9-year-old child begging an adult to get off that man's neck, that bothers me. 9 years old, a baby. Every officer that testified in that courtroom was against Chauvin's behavior. The law states whatever force you had to use to get a subject under control, when that has happened, you cease that right there. You cease that force. But he didn't. He kept his knee on his neck until the paramedics got there. While they was trying to check for pulse, he kept his knee on his neck. He didn't move. He had a smirk, hands in his pocket. So that's it. Love you guys. Hope you all enjoyed your weekend. Mothers. Let me say this to you. We love you. We respect you. We wouldn't be here if it wasn't for you all. But also, we must realize one thing. A woman does not have to physically give birth to earn the title mother. And just because it's Mother's Day doesn't mean you have to receive a gift because it's Mother's Day. You get a gift on Mother's Day when you have truly been a mother to somebody, not just because. And don't ever get it twisted. You don't have to push a child out to be recognized as a mother. Love you guys. Happy Mother's Day to you. My mom, she's in heaven. I love you and May big time. Happy Mother's Day to you. She has a birthday coming up on May 26th. We used to call each other every night. Well, I called her every night at 10 o'clock. And we talk until 10:30 and we watch KSLA News 12 every night. And her answer never changed when she would pick up that phone and say, boy, what you want? And we just sit there and we would just talk and laugh and discuss the news. Miss Kelly says, I got my Mother's Day gift today. Oh, good God, you just preached. Ooh, Charlene, you just preached. I like that. I felt that. I like that. I like that. Amen. Amen. Okay, we got to get ready to get out of here, y'all. Don't forget now, we're trying to, I think we're at $4.99 or something like that. Because four something. We're trying to get to 1,000 for tonight, so that we can stay on air. We didn't receive any donations. Yes, we received one donation on yesterday, and I think we might be $4.99 or something. It's close to $5, I think. somewhere along there. So we need you guys' donations so that we can stay on air. Our deadline is for May 9th, and if we don't reach that goal, then we have to stop doing what we are doing. We love you guys. We hope you play a major role in playing your part in making sure that we stay on air. Again, mothers everywhere, I love you big time. Happy Mother's Day. Y'all enjoy your day.